Hello, my excellent students. My name is Mariatu Sise, or you can call me Mrs. Sise. I am the teacher who will talk to you on the radio. I wish I could see you in person, but I know you will listen carefully and you'll do your best. Before we start, I have an important message to share with you. Our country is currently fighting the spread of COVID-19, also called the coronavirus. Right now, the government has given us a few rules to follow in order to protect ourselves. Can you tell me one of them?
Yes, the government told us to not go to school and to learn from the radio instead right now.
Very good. The government has told us not to gather in large groups of people. This includes going to school, church, or the mosque. It is best if we stay home right now with our families or with the people who we live with directly. Even though this rule is difficult, you may want to go to play with your friends right now, but it is important that you stay at home and only play with those who you live with in your house. Do you understand?
Yes, we shouldn't go play with our friends right now. And it is better that we stay at home with the people who live in our house with us. When we stay at home with the people who live in our house, we are protecting ourselves from sickness.
I am so happy you are really understanding how important this is. We can protect ourselves and our families by continuing to follow the government's rules. We have been speaking about what it means to be safe. Today I want to discuss something very important to you. We all know that there are some friendly ways that we can touch our friends. High fives, fist bumps, and normal hugs. These are all safe touches. They cannot harm you, and they are meant to communicate a good message to each other. Does this make sense? How else might you say hello to a friend in a safe way?
A handshake that cannot harm me and it is friendly.
Exactly. Normally, a handshake is a perfect and safe way to greet someone. Although right now, we should not shake hands with anyone since this is a way to get the coronavirus. Sometimes people don't always want to make sure you are safe and can touch you in unsafe ways. If someone touches you in a way that makes you feel bad, that is an unsafe touch. This is when you can be brave and tell an adult you trust.
You mean some people might make me feel bad when they touch me?
Yes, sometimes people will not be thinking about what is good for you when they touch you, which can result in you being hurt. If someone tries to touch you in the places that makes you feel bad, you can use your bravery to tell an adult you trust. You have a right to be safe all the time. Now it is time for our lesson. Today we have another reading session together. I'm feeling great because I know we'll do lots of fun activities. How are you feeling today?
Great!
Okay. I want to tell your families about the great work you did in your assignment. Hello, families. Please ask your child to show you the assignment they did last lesson about farm fishing. Now for our lessons. Today we have 6 activities as I told you. Number 1, we'll do an activity called sentence warm-up. Number 2, we'll do an activity called sight words. Number 3, we'll do an activity called Brilliance Blending. Number 4, we'll do an activity called write and read. Number 5, we'll do an activity called listen and write. And number 6, we'll do an activity called read aloud. Let's have a great class together. First, it's time for a sentence warm-up. Today, our practice sentence is: the waves were crashing loudly on the shore. The waves were crashing loudly on the shore. You will listen while I say the sentences 2 times. Then I'll tell you when it is time for us to read the sentence together. Ready? Listen first. The waves were crashing loudly on the shore. The waves were crashing loudly on the shore. Okay, when I say your turn, then we can all say it together. Remember? Ready? Your turn. When I hear the sentence, the waves were crashing loudly on the shore, I think about the sound that the waves will make and how they move in different directions. The waves might start high and then go low to the shore. I want you to think about how you do a drama for the sentence, the waves were crashing loudly on the shore. Will you use your arms as waves? Will you sway from side to side? I'll give you 5 seconds to think about how you do a drama to show the sentence. The waves were crashing loudly on the shore. I hope your drama idea is ready. Now I can say the sentence and you will do the drama for me. Ready? Your turn. Wow! The students here with me did a wonderful drama. I wish I could see your beautiful dramas at home too. Oh, I am sure you did a great job. Now, I have some questions for you. When I ask the question, if the answer is yes, stand up. If the answer is no, sit down. If the answer is yes, you stand up. If the answer is no, sit down. Let's begin. First question. Would you like to walk on the shore? Next question. Will you like to run on the shore? Next question. Will you like to sleep on the shore? Next question. Will you like to sing on the shore? Wonderful job answering those questions. Now let's say the words shore.
Shore.
I wonder if you can tell me how many syllables there are in the word shore. You will listen while I clap the syllables in the word. Then I'll tell you when it is your turn to try. Ready? Listen. Shore. Shore. Ready? Your turn.
Shore.
Again.
Shore.
How many syllables in shore?
1.
Yes, there is 1 syllable in shore. Shore is one word with 1 syllable. Is shore a noun, a verb, or an adjective? Remember, a noun is a name of a person, place, or thing. Shore is a noun. Shore is the land along the edge of the beach. For example, I walked along the shore to feel the ocean breeze. Now it is time for sight words. Sight words are words that we use a lot, so we want to be able to read them quickly whenever we see them. In your notebook, I want you to have a special place where you write your sight words. Every day you'll put your sight words in the same place. On sight words page 1, you will write the number 11 and 12. with a space next to each number for a word. Go ahead and write 11 and 12. Now you'll write the sight word I tell you next to the numbers. Number 11. Write the word that. This word has 4 letters and is spelled T-H-A-T. Number 12. Write the word eat. This word has 2 letters and is spelled I-T. Let's also review numbers from before. Last time we had 2 other sight words. The where is the word is. The word has 2 letters and is spelled I-S. Number 10 is the word you. This word has 3 letters and is spelled Y-O-U. Now we'll play a sight words game. I'll say a word and you will point to the word in your notebook and we'll say it together. It could be sight words that you wrote before. Point to the word that. Look at the word and read it. That. Eat. Point to the word eat. Look at the word and read it. Eat. Is. Point to the word is. Look at the word and read it. Is. Point to the word you. Look at the word and read it. You. That. Point to the word that. Look at the word and read it. That. In. Point to the word in. Look at the word and read it. In. Eat. Point to the word eat. Look at the word and read it. Eat. On. Point to the word on. Look at the word and read it. On. Great job with your sight words today. Remember, save those 4 pages in your notebook for your collection of sight words. We'll add more sight words in our next session. Now it's time for Brilliance Blending. Are you ready? Okay. Number 1. First, you'll listen. Rock. Rock. Now you can try. Ready? Your turn.
Rock. Rock.
Number 2. First, you listen. And. And. Now you can try. Ready? Your turn.
And.
Number 3. First, you listen. Sank. Sank. Now you can try. Ready? Your turn.
Sank. Sank.
Let's go number 4. First, you listen. Sheep. Sheep. Now you can try. Ready? Your turn.
Sheep. Sheep.
Number 5. First, you listen. Hit. Now you can try. Ready? Your turn.
Eat, eat. Eat, eat.
Excellent work. Now I'm going to spell a word for you to write. Then we will read the word together. Number 1. Write the word spelled R-O-C-K. Now try to read and pronounce this word on your own. Listen while I sound out the word. R-A-K, rock. R-A-K, rock. The letters R together make the sound R. O makes the sound O. And CK together makes the sound K. Your turn.
Rock, rock. Rock, rock.
Number 2. Write the word spelled S-A-N-K. Now try to read and pronounce this word on your own. Listen while I sound out the word. S-A-N-K. Sank. S-A-N-K. Sank. The letter S makes the sound S. A makes the sound A. And NK together make the sound NK. Your turn.
S-A-N-K, sank. S-A-N-K, sank.
Number 3. Write the word H-I-T. Now try to read and pronounce this word on your own. Listen while I sound out the word. Hit. Eat. Eat. Hit. The letter H makes the sound H. I makes the sound E. And T makes the sound T. Your turn.
Eat, eat. Eat, eat.
You were working very hard. Let's do a small brain break to celebrate. We'll do a breathing exercise. Please stand up. Now breathe in and raise your hands above your head. Breathe out. Put your hands down. Again, breathe in and raise your hand above your head. Breathe out and put your hands down. Last time, breathe in, raise your hand above your head. Breathe out and put your hands down. Well done. Are you ready to do listen and write? Please take out your notebook and pencil and get ready to listen carefully. 1. Write the sentence, the ship hit a rock and sank. I'll say it again. The ship hit a rock and sank. Good job. Now we are going to check and see if you wrote your words correctly. And now let's see. Ready? Go. Number 1. The is a sight word and it is spelled T-H-E. Ship has the sounds sh, I, p, and it is spelled S-H-I-P. 3. Hit has the sound I, t, and it is spelled H-I-T. Number 4. Is a sight word and it is spelled is a sight word and it is spelled with the letter A. Number 5, rock has the sounds r, a, k, and it is spelled R-O-C-K. Number 6, and has the sounds and, and it is spelled A-N-D. And number 7, sank has the sounds s-a-nk, and it is spelled S-A-N-K. Now look at the words and read them as I say the sentence again. The ship hit a rock and sank. Remember, this is a sentence, so the first letter of the sentence should start with a capital letter. Remember, this is a sentence, so the first letter of the first word should start with a capital letter and should end with a full stop. What does the sentence, the ship hit a rock and sank, means? Sank is the past tense of the verb sink. Sink means to go down into the water. That means the ship went under the water. Oh no! Ships are supposed to go under the water? Ships are not supposed to go under the water. Why did they do that? Oh no! Ships are not supposed to go under the water. Why do they do that? Oh! The ship hit a rock. I think this sentence means that the ship hits a rock and the rock made a hole in the ship. That hole lets water into the ship so it will not float anymore and went under the water. The person driving the ship should be careful next time not to go near rocks. Now let's read the sentence together.
The ship hit a rock and sank.
Great job. Hi dear. How are you? Are you tired? Do you remember what passage we read in our previous lesson?
Let me have a think. Oh yes, I remember now. We read lots of passages about fishing. We talk about fish farming, rules of fishing in the ocean, and managing fish stock too. The information we learned was non-fiction, which means it was real life facts and information.
Good. This week I think it would be a great idea to read a fiction story about fish. What do you think?
That is an awesome idea to read a made-up story about fish. I know of a great story called A Fish and a Gift. Shall we read that now?
Let's do it. I love fish. I sometimes go to the beach to watch my uncle fish with a boat. It is always so exciting watching all the fish they catch in the net. Do you eat fish? What's your favorite fish?
My favorite fish to eat is bonga, and I like eating it with boiled plantain or rice.
Wow! Talking about fish is making me hungry. Is it time to read the story yet?
We are going to read the story tomorrow.
Okay, before we read the story, do you have any stories about fish or fishing?
Actually, yes, I do. Here is an example. When I was a kid, I loved to go fishing with my dad. I would go in the boat with my dad and help him drop the net into the water. Then I would watch my dad and my cousins pull the net back to the shore. It was always so exciting to see what fish would be caught in the net.
Vocabularies. Vocabularies is all about words. We need to learn about words to help us communicate to people. We are going to learn 3 key words about the story that will help us better understand it. All our vocabulary words will help us to understand the story we'll read later. You will listen while I say the word. Then I'll tell you when it is time for you to say the word. Ready? Listen. Fishing. Fishing. Okay, when I say your turn, then we can all say it together. Ready? Your turn.
Fishing. Fishing.
How many syllables does fishing have? Let's clap to find out the syllables. First, you listen. Fishing. Fishing. Your turn.
Fishing. Fishing.
Do you know what the definition for fishing is? Okay, listen while I give one definition. Fishing is the activity of trying to catch fish. Fishing is the activity of trying to catch fish. Now, I want you to say it together. Your turn.
Fishing is the activity of trying to catch fish. Fishing is the activity of trying to catch fish.
Let's see if we can put the word fishing in a sentence. Listen to my sentence. I went fishing today and I caught 2 huge fish. I went fishing today and I caught 2 huge fish. See if you can think of your own sentence. Now, let's think about what type of word fishing is. Is fishing a noun, verb, or adjective?
Fishing can be a noun or a verb. Sometimes fishing can be used as a noun. For example, a good day's fishing. It is describing what you can do.
Sometimes fishing is used as a verb because it is doing what? For example, the boy was fishing at the beach.
Good. Very good. Now, let's look at the next word from the story. Ready? Listen. Waves. Waves. Okay, when I say your turn, then you can all say it together. Ready? Your turn.
Waves. Waves.
How many syllables does waves have? Let's clap to find out. Listen first. Waves. Waves. Your turn.
Waves. Waves.
Do you know what the definition for waves is? Listen while I'll give you my own definition. Waves are a body of water moving along the surface of the ocean. Waves are a body of water moving along the surface of the ocean. Now, your turn.
Waves are a body of water moving along the surface of the ocean.
One more time.
Waves are a body of water moving along the surface of the ocean.
Let's see if we can put the word waves in a sentence. Listen to my sentence. The big blue waves were crashing loudly on the shore. The big blue waves were crashing loudly on the shore. See if you can think of your own sentence. Now let's think about what type of word waves is. Is waves a noun, verb, or an adjective? Waves is a noun. A noun is a person, place, or thing. Waves are a thing. For example, Children were playing in the waves. Let's look at the next key word from the story. Ready? Listen. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, when I say your turn, then you can all say it together. Ready? Your turn.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
How many syllables does beautiful have?
3.
Let's clap to find out. Listen first. Beautiful. Beautiful. Your turn.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Do you know what the definition for beautiful is? Do you know what the meaning of beautiful? Okay, listen while I'll give you my definition. Beautiful is used to describe when something is pretty or gorgeous looking. Beautiful is used to describe when something is pretty or gorgeous looking. Beautiful is used to describe when something is pretty or gorgeous looking. Your turn.
Beautiful is used to describe when something is pretty or gorgeous looking.
Again.
Beautiful is used to describe when something is pretty or gorgeous looking.
Let's see if we can put the word beautiful in sentence. Listen to my sentence. The grandmother looked beautiful in a yellow shining dress. The grandmother looked beautiful in a yellow shining dress. Now see if you can think of your own sentence. Now let's think about what type of word beautiful is. Is beautiful a noun, verb, or adjective?
Beautiful is an adjective. An adjective is a describing word. For example, beautiful can be used to describe that the girl ears is pretty. The girl has beautiful long hair.
Great job! Today we've learned about some key words from the story A Fish and Gift. Now I have an assignment for you students. I want you to find a timer on a phone or use a watch and set it for 2 minutes. I want you to write as many words as you can that relate to fishing. Count how many words you were able to write down. I am sure you'll be able to write at least 10 words. I'll go over your assignment again. I want you to find a timer on a phone or use a watch and set it for 2 minutes. I want you to write as many words as you can that relates to fishing. Count how many words you were able to write down. I am sure you'll be able to write at least 10 words. Okay, students, let's recap what we learned today. We practiced the sentence, the waves were crashing loudly on the shore. We practiced blending sounds to read and write the words like rock, and, sank, ship, and hit. We use our words to read the sentence. The ship hit a rock and sank. Last, we learned key vocabulary from the story, The Fish and the Gifts. Boys and girls, that's the end of our class today. We are so happy you were there with us. You were excellent. We hope to talk to you again soon. Stay safe.